Lee Hanishek here with Scott All to wrap up all the action from round 2 of the CIK Stars of Karting series in Ipswich. Pro Junior today was a great battle between Pierce Lehane and Brock Plum. In the end, it was Pierce Lehane who took his second round victory from as many events. Scott, the CRG driver of Lehane, he was very fast this afternoon.
Yeah, he did a great job. The whole team, they're just on fire, mate. They're doing a sensational job in this championship and a pleasant to watch as well. Their pace is exceptional and everyone's scratching their heads in the paddock at the moment.
Brock Plum, though, he's scored the most amount of points over the 2 finals, therefore he is the Queensland State Champion for Pro Junior. He certainly took the mix to Pierce Lehane throughout the day. Yeah,
he did. A super job for Brock Plum. Their home track, local here, but just so confident and he's building up more and more confidence, more laps he does. So a great job for Brock Plum to wrap up that state championship and also get some valuable points.
One of the big movers today was Jake Claridge, the Western Australian Cosmic kart driver. He was really on fire in that second final.
He did a super job in the Super Rooster kart. It was fantastic to see. Some great support from WA came to help him out this weekend. So yeah, a full credit to the team and yeah, great drive for Jake. Great job.
Let's take a look at the points for the top 3 in the Pro Junior category after 2 rounds. It is Pierce Lehane on top on 157, Brock Plum on 133, and Jonathan Venter on 130. In Pro Light, it was a Traxxar Racing benefit once again with Keen Fothergill, the Gladstone driver. He continues to go from strength to strength.
Strength to strength, cool, calm, collected. I use that word because he looks so comfortable out there. He's come to grips with the tyre well, and I spoke to him earlier. After a couple of laps, the thing just starts taking off like a missile, so they are absolutely overjoyed with their pace.
Hayden McBride, though, another consistent result for him. He finished second in today's race and just keeps on racking up those championship points.
Yeah, he was. He seemed a little disappointed when I spoke to him earlier, but like you said, championship points, and that's what it's all about in this series. So there's still 2 rounds to go. Still got big chances of closing the gap.
Don't forget, though, there was today some great action. You can't discount the 2 Smith boys in Joel and Grant. They had some great runs in those 2 finals.
Made a great job indeed for Joel in final 1. He got some great points. They needed that from Tony Kart Australia. And then Grant turns it around on final 2 and puts on a smashing job, setting the fastest time in final 2 and to put him on the podium. So great job for Tony Kart Australia.
Yes, great effort from those guys. And we have a look at the point score system. It is Keen Fothergill on 168 points, Hayden McBride on 133 points in second, and Joel Smith, they're in 3rd place on 119. So a great effort from the Smith boys to...
Yeah, we've seen a smile on Tony Kart boys, so yeah, I think they'll be a real strong contender as the championship goes on.
Pro Gearbox, we look at that, and the Bundaberg CRG driver of Kel Tressida. It looks as though Chris Hayes had his measure throughout the most of the weekend, but then Chris, unfortunately, when it all counted the most, just didn't quite get off the line.
Made a real shame, and he was explosive off the line in the heat races. In that final 1, he's been able to get off the line so well and then just control pace. I spoke to him and he said the kart is just magic. Handles fantastic for him, and that's given him consistency, and that's hard to do in his 25 dueling laps. All the drivers are saying what a relief, we're finished. And of course a shame for Hayes, but you know, Tressida was knocking on the door throughout the heats on lap times, wasn't consistent in the final 2. He turned it around, put on a great job to take a win.
Oh, he was. Kel, we didn't talk about him last night. He sort of went under the radar in our chat, but he was up me throughout the day and said, okay, I'm out to try and gain these championship points. He's done that. He's now got a 12-point lead in the championship points. Troy Woolston, though, 2nd place. That was a great effort.
Yeah, super. They were really happy even when they got here. They knew the weekend was going smoothly through Friday's practice, and Saturday getting on the front row. Some great confidence build up for Troy, and yeah, to snap up on the podium. Great job for CC Racing and Troy Woolston.
I mentioned Troy Woolston. Now we also have to keep in mind the Sunshine Coast racer of Kyle Ensby finished 3rd today in his debut aboard the Pro Gearbox machine.
Yeah, I think the words he first mentioned was, "Dad, we've got to continue doing the series." They enjoyed the series in round 2, and to jump on the podium, they'll be very excited to hit round 3.
Let's have a quick look at the points after 2 rounds in the Pro Gearbox category. It's Kel Tressida leading the way on 147. Troy Woolston and Matthew Wall, who led after the opening round, are equal on 135 points. And Chris Hayes, after not finishing that final, he dropped from up at the top of the table down to 4th. So he's got his fight to go back with and really got to try and chase back those points. Looking at the development categories today,
Yeah.
in Junior National, it was a great battle between James Foster, Troy Morrissey and Chris Corbett.
Yeah, it was. Munnelly was giving those guys all grief. It was great to see from the Victorian as well, Philip Munnelly, but Foster, a great young fellow, and great to see him take a great win today.
And we look at Clubman. There was a battle of the regulars in the Clubman categories with the likes of Jason Burns, Ben Stewart, Brendan Nelson, all battling near the front of the field.
Yeah, Benny Stewart overjoyed. He's just got a new chassis, which is the Cosmic kart, and he's come to grips with it so nicely. They're loving the kart, and it showed. He had some great consistent pace, and yeah, they're very happy with their efforts in the new chassis.
One of the things to keep in mind though, the battle for the East Coast title is mainly down to looking at Jason Hynuk and Daniel Baker.
Yeah.
They battled out for the first round. They've swapped the points around, with Hynuk now taking away a 5-point buffer at the top of the chart. So interesting to see. And the local class here was Formula 100,
Yep.
Battle of the Brothers, the Mercers versus
Yeah.
the Greenbury.
Yeah, it's great to see. Trent was great to get on the podium for him. He was a little disappointed, had a little tussle with brother Adam, which lost some ground on Matty Greenbury, but you know, fantastic job from Matty Greenbury. He's a great guy, and great to see him stand on #1 this weekend.
Great to see the Irukandji kid back in the winner's circle. And we look forward to the next round of the CIK Stars of Karting series to be held at Eastern Creek by the North Shore Kart Club on June 18 to 20. In the meantime, stay up to date with all the latest information on www.starsofkarting.com.au.